So there's really no way for me to explain how deep this journey goes, other than to say there's been lots of time between me actually playing a high level of soccer and being in good shape, if you will, and now. And so maybe the last time I was in potentially professional soccer shape was when I was 26. 20 years ago, I was running probably about 35 miles a week, and I was really in good shape when my oldest was born. And so there's no way for me to say that at this age, 46, that realistically, that I feel like I could make a professional team at this point. However, that's what this Go For It channel is about. It's about, you know what, as I started to cold plunge, and this episode is going to be about a training at the YMCA, because I go to the YMCA, you're going to see some really bad touches. And for those of you who are not soccer players, a bad touch is when the ball just bounces off you and you don't have control of the ball. But for me, I love soccer, and soccer's been big for me. So so this journey didn't start with me saying, oh, I'm going to try out for a professional soccer team. So somewhere along the way, this is like mid-September in a rec soccer game, I started feeling my body doing stuff I hadn't done in a long time. In fact, I was feeling really good, and I'm like, man, I don't want to necessarily just play pickup soccer. I want to maybe go to the next level. And so that's when I started to attend some men's league games, and I felt better. Not just better, I was feeling strong. So I poked around, and I'm in the New England area, so I just said, you know what, I'm going to try to look for some higher level tryouts. And there happened to be 2 tryouts in the New England area. One for Rhode Island FC, which is a USL premier, well, it's second division in the United States for professional soccer. And then there's Hartford Athletic. Now there are a number of other teams that are lower on the tier system of pro soccer, but they happen to have open tryouts, and so I wasn't able to secure a spot on the Rhode Island FC tryout due to they filled up so fast, but I was able to get into the Hartford Athletic tryout. Now, this video is going to take you to a training day, which was basically at the tail end of the last video where you saw me cold plunging and I was going on a fast. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly the same fast that I was taking, but I did do a series of fasts, a 3-day, 2 3 days, and then another 5-day fast. And these are primarily water, and man, it does cleanse you. So anyway, here you go.
As you can see, I had a rough start this morning, but I am sweating, and that was really good for 35, 40 minutes, just to kind of get the heart moving, more touches on the ball. It's weird kind of playing with these tennis shoes, but I don't really care. I just want to move, and now I'm gonna get some water and do some stretches in the hot sauna. I'm not doing any hard workouts today, like any timed runs or anything, as my body is fasting and I'm trying to cleanse. So I might try to do a hard workout on my last day of the fast on Friday, so it can kick my body into gear for when I eat again. So peace out. I went to the YMCA on my break to go in the hot sauna, and I guess I wasn't expecting to be so depleted quickly. This is my 4th day of the water only fast, except I've had 2 mornings where I've had coffee with turmeric cinnamon tea after cold plunging. And I guess I felt like, oh, this will be great because it'll rejuvenate me. And actually it really did. But what I'm learning is that you have to listen to your body. And 5 minutes in, I was like, this is so hot. And it was hot. And so I went to the lower level to just kind of stretch a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I can't stay in here, which is not normal. Like for me, I can be in a hot sauna for 30 to 45 minutes easy. But I knew that that's why my body doesn't have any nutrients in it really at this point. So I'm eating myself, as they say. It's called autophagy, which is, I don't claim to know all the details, but I just know that your body starts to eat proteins that are not used anymore, or extra things that are in your body that it doesn't need, and it gets rid of them. So that's kind of a good thing. That's why you feel very alive and awake. I feel really great now, but what I did was I came out about 12 minutes in, sat in the cool pool area, and then now the cool pool area was 85 degrees. So I'm sure that it was hot in the hot sauna. Then I went back in and did some stretching, and it felt amazing because I was listening to my body. My body was saying, slow down and do this for your body. So there's been a temptation once or twice to take my weight or weigh myself during it, and I just realized that number one, it's not about the weight as much as, yes, there's a goal in mind to reach a certain weight for this tryout and life, but I just recognize that it's not about that. So I'm just gonna let that go. And I'm probably gonna weigh myself on Saturday morning. I plan to break fast tomorrow night with a light dinner, I'm thinking of making a salmon soup with fresh salmon and so something high in protein, not high in carbs, and then I might throw some kale and spinach in that with some broth. I might try to do just a very simple organic seafood broth or something like that. And I'm gonna get lobsters for my wife because it is our anniversary, 11 years tomorrow. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm surprising her. She doesn't know. So I'm excited to finish the fast, and there's been a lot of challenges. I mean, this one of the things that I've recognized is that if I had tried out on there was a tryout in Rhode Island on the 11th? I think it was the 12th in November, which would have been this past weekend, I think. if I had done that, I would not have been ready, bar none. And I actually signed up for that tryout in the right window. They said I had till October 6th to do it. And I went in on the 5th and it was full. So I was like, wow, did I miss my chance? So then fast forward to, I guess it was late October, last couple, maybe October 20th or something like that. I saw that there was an opening at the Hartford Athletic for another tryout, and I was like, that's it, on December 19th. So, I signed up, and I was not ready in a lot of areas, and also that knee bursitis was really bucking me, and I was like, I need to, number one, shed some more weight and take care of the inflammation. So what's something that can do both of those things? Bing, that is a fast, an extended fast. And I had already done 2 3-day fasts in the past couple months, and I'm like, I cannot do a 3-day. It has to be a 5-day. So, granted, I've had a couple moments where I'm like, really, do I need to go this long? I'm like, my mind is saying, oh, this is too much, and what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. But I recognize that I'm not going to make these changes if I don't do something a little bit more different and something more, not extreme. Some people would call it extreme, but I'm going to call it needed in order to create less stress on the knees, on the body, by getting closer to a BMI that is ideal for me. So I'm looking forward to dinner with my wife tomorrow night, and just to see her face when I get the lobsters on the table. But anyway, that's where I'm at.